Hey everyone, welcome to the channel, and as always, thank you for tuning in. Man, I'm looking forward to today. I'm pretty excited. I think I've got a good opportunity of getting on some fish out here today. I'm just feeling good about today. I think we're gonna get on some fish. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can find, and I'm excited to bring you all along with me. Let's get out on the water. Let's go see if we can find a catfish. So I'm just gonna get my first bait cut and ready to go before we launch. This is gonna just be a piece of cut crappie. It's not fresh, it's frozen. Obviously I would prefer fresh, but when I have limited time to fish, it's just convenient. It makes most sense for me to stockpile some of these in the freezer and just have them ready to go, so that way I don't have to go out and spend time trying to get on some bait fish when I've only got, oftentimes only have one day on the weekend to fish. I want to make the most of the time I have available to me. But we'll get started here with a piece of cut bait. We'll go with a head bait to get started. It's still a little froze, but it'll thaw as we go. It won't take long. It's going to be hot out here today. We had a really nice day yesterday. We were down in the high 60s to low 70s most of the day, which is rare for this time of year, but it's going to be hot today, so we'll get ready to go. I suppose I'll show you my rig while we're sitting here. So that's an 8/0 circle hook with piece cut bait on it. I'm running a 40-pound monofilament leader, just on a regular old swivel, and then got a 3-ounce egg sinker. So that's just a typical Carolina rig there, nothing special about what we're running. I'm going to be suspending these baits direct under the kayak today. The river that we're fishing is fairly shallow. We're only talking, we've had some rains last night, so we're up just a little bit than what we have been, but it's been extremely shallow actually this year, probably as low as I've ever seen it. So we're talking really on average 1.5 to 2 foot deep. So I'm just looking for places where the water's deeper than that, 3 foot, maybe a little bit more. If I can find some water that's in that sort of depth range and has some structure on it, we're going to pull up on that, drop a bait under the kayak, give it just a few minutes and see what happens. If there's a fish there that's actively feeding, then we'll have a good opportunity of getting that fish to hook up. And if they're not active, in most cases I suspect there probably are fish there, but they may not be active. And if they're not, well, we're probably not going to catch them anyways. We're not going to mess with those fish. We're going to save time, move on, go look for another location that's got a fish on it that is active. So that's kind of the plan for today. Get the kayak in the water. Let's get started. I think we've got a turtle on there, I actually think is what we're dealing with right now, but we'll play him. Maybe it's not, maybe it's a fish, but the direction he went with it tells me probably turtle. Man, I'd love for it to be a fish though. He's pulling drag now. Whatever he is, he's big, but I just don't think, I think it's a turtle. Oh boy. If it is, this is going to be a giant. No, that's a fish. That's a fish. He just hit it funny. He went a weird direction with it. Okay. Okay, well, let's try to work him and play him over here where we need him to be. Yeah, I hope it's a flathead. I'd love to get on a flathead. I've been struggling this year to catch them. And he feels like he's got the muscle to be one, but you never know. He hit weird. Makes me think maybe flathead and not a channel. I couldn't quite tell there. We got to look. Yep, he's a flathead. A smaller one, but all right. Well, that's an awesome way to get started, man. That is awesome. I've been struggling on the flatheads this year. This is only going to be my second flathead of the year. I just haven't been getting on them for whatever reason. I caught one last weekend. I took my nephew out and we just ran some bank pulls, just some set lines, and we caught a pretty nice flathead there, and that was only my second one of the year and biggest fish I pulled out of the river this year. So I'd really like to get on a flathead bite if we could. They're just fun. I don't know what it is, but something about them is just exciting. he hit it funny, man. He hit it like a turtle, really. I mean, he was, and maybe there was a turtle on it before he hit it, I don't know, but he just didn't hit it kind of like you'd expect for a fish to hit. But they just pull hard. This is a, you know, not a really big fish, but just for the size, just the fight is just awesome. Oh, let's try to keep him out of that though if we can. I was getting ready to get my glove on here. I think we can get him landed. He's got that hook perfect in the corner of the mouth. Nice, man, I'm excited about that. This is the first spot I've been sitting on this morning. I've only been fishing for a few minutes. And we're pulling flathead off of our first spot as he takes a run. Who knows? This could end up being the only fish of the day. You just never know. But honestly, obviously I'd love to get on some more fish today, but if this ends up being the only fish we catch, it's been a good day, man. Just because I love catching these flatheads and I just haven't been able to get on a bite for them this year. All right, let's get this fishing pole out of the way before I bring him in. Oh, nice. And that's actually a little bit better fish than what I thought he was too. Nice, man. Turn the camera so you can get a look at him. That is awesome. I am happy about that, man. That is exciting. What a way to start the day. Try to pop that hook free. He got that hook was in there perfect. Right in the corner of the mouth. I need some new pliers, or I need to oil those ones up. They're not working too well for me. Man, that's awesome. Let's get a look at this fish. All right, man, here we go. What a way to start the day. That is awesome. Man, I couldn't be more happy about that. It's just, I don't know what, you never really know why. You take what the river gives you, but I just haven't been able to get on a flathead bite this year. And this is really what I look forward to catching. Something about them is just special. They're a lot of fun. They fight. They're powerful. And so they're just really a lot of fun to reel in. Just a super predatory fish, and they absolutely 100% are the kings of this small little river. If I can talk, this small little river here. No fish in this water that competes with them, really. We got the flatheads and the channels just don't. The flatheads get so much bigger, man. All right, let's get them back in the water. That's awesome. I'm just thrilled. I was feeling good. I told you I was feeling good about today, man. I'm thrilled to get started this way. I hope the day keeps it up. I hope we don't go over for the rest of the trip, but regardless, man, what a lot of fun. Get them back in the water. All right, well, that fish threw our bait off. Had only had that bait on the hook for, like I said, just a couple of minutes, sitting on our first spot here. So we'll cut a new bait. We'll drop it back down. We'll sit on the spot for a few more minutes and just see if there might not be another fish that wants to play. We'll keep going. Did you look at that, guys? That fish took a dump on me. Look at that. That's disgusting. I gotta get another bait cut here and get another bait drop down, and I'm getting ready to go, and I take a look and I got a turd on my knee. It's right where I had that the rear end of that fish was sitting. Again. Oh boy, he's gonna get us all wrapped up. Oh, he got us all wrapped up. We're in that. Oh, did he come out? Oh, we might have got lucky. We might just got lucky there. That's definitely gonna be a channel. A big one though. Okay. Yeah, there's just a distinct difference between the way a big channel hits and the way these flatheads hit. Well, he's over there. Let's try to get ourselves a little more anchored, a little more solid. Oh, here we go. Okay, he's making a run. Keep him out of that if you can. Try to keep him out of that if you can. Man, that's exciting though. Yeah, I think that one's gonna be a channel. He, when he hit it, he hit it and ran. Yep, that's a big channel. Big channel, man. That's a good fish. Hope we're rolling. Hope that camera's on. Man, I knew it was gonna be a good day out here today. This is the second spot. Had a bait down for a couple of minutes. I don't know what it was, just a good day for catching some fish, man. We had some rain last night. Soybeans got a drink. It's not terribly hot yet out here today. Just something about the day just spoke to me. Told me it was a good day to go try to find a catfish. And so far, it has worked out well for us. Let's see if I can get myself. Once again, I'm playing with this anchor rope, trying to tie myself off a little bit better over here. If I can do that, then we'll get to trying to land this fish. That should work, should hold us. I think we're through with the biggest of the runs. We'll just try to play him out here as he goes on. Just another short one. Try to play him out here a little bit more if we can. Again, he's got that hook really well. Right in the corner of the mouth like you want to see. Keep him up away from that kayak. And this is something that you just kind of have to do when you're fishing this style, is just kind of play him out a little bit at the boat. Because we're in such shallow water, there's just not a lot of room for these fish to run. So often you'll get that big initial surge, and it's really critical you keep them out of all this structure, the woody debris and stuff during that first run. Once you get past that first run, you just got to play the fish out. They're still too green to bring in the kayak, but there's not any water left to reel them up through, so you're kind of just playing them out here at the boat. So that's what we're doing. We'll give this fish a minute to sort of wear himself out. Once I feel like he's ready to come in the kayak without making a terrible mess, we'll get him landed. Okay, let's see what we can do. Okay. There we go. Once again, man, right in the corner of the mouth. Just like you want to see. That fish wasn't going anywhere unless he got us tangled up down there or something, but that hook wasn't coming free. We'll get the mount up, and once again, let's get a look at this fish. It's a nice one. Okay, get that guy held up for a picture. Okay, come here. All right. Okay. I'll get one last. Get that mount fixed. We'll get this fish. We'll get a good look at him. We'll get him out quick. That's a nice fish. He's ready to go. Let's get him back in the water. There he goes. Man, that right there is the difference between a channel cat and a flathead. A flathead is just, you can feel the power when you reel them in, like you're just fighting against their muscle, is almost what it feels like. A channel cat is like a burst of strength, or like a burst of adrenaline almost when they hit. And then they're just like a flathead. You get them landed and they're so docile, you just hold them, and you know, and they just sit there for you. A channel cat, not like that. And I respect channel cats for that, but kind of makes it a pain, makes it a challenge when you're trying to get a good picture and then get them released. But I know a lot of guys that would have took that fish home with them, so I guess that fish can be grateful that I decided to release him out here today. Well, once again, I don't think we got our bait back, so we're just 2 spots into this trip and we're already down 2 baits, so I hope it keeps going like that. It is a rare occasion that I have to end a trip because I run out of bait. So, you know, and I have no expectation that's going to be the case out here today. But, man, if it was, I'd be totally thrilled. It's been an awesome start to the day, man. Let's keep it going. Okay, I think we might be hooked up. Okay. We're on a deep river bend here. I hope he got that hook all right, because my kayak was kind of moving. Didn't give a great opportunity for a hook set. Just try to keep pressure on him. Hope that hook doesn't pop free. There's a run. Okay, yep, we're on a deep bend here. Excited to see what we got. Big channel. Hopeful for another flathead. I'd love to get on another flathead out here today. But in the meantime, nothing wrong with a channel of this quality. That's a nice looking fish. Now I'm gonna go on another run. Wow. Oh, taking a lot of drag. Alrighty. Let's reel him back up. It's a nice fish, man. It's a good channel. There's something about starting the day with a flathead just makes you get a little greedy. I'd like to get on another one, and when you're sitting on a deep river bend like this, there's not a lot of structure right here where I'm sitting. I'm just on one small log, but the water is deep enough here that I decided, as he goes on another run, I decided, you know, I'm gonna stop right there. We've got a log laying in the water down here. I'm gonna set up on here in a minute, but I thought, you know what? This is the top of that bend. It's a deep hole. Let's just drop a bait and see. And so whenever you're on a deep hole like this, I always get my hopes up for a flathead. But that is a seriously nice channel. So gonna be tough to kind of complain about landing a fish like that if we were fortunate to get him in the kayak. That's a nice fish though. It's kind of nice here too, being in a little bit deeper water. You've got a little bit more room to let him kind of go on those runs and play him out without having to, you know, just let him kind of dance on the surface next to your kayak. You got a little bit of room to let him go on a run, pull some drag, reel him back up, actually tire the thing out. This is a nice fish though, guys. Looking forward to getting a hand on him. Yeah, it's a nice morning too. It hasn't got terrible hot yet. I think it's supposed to get pretty hot later on in the day. But for now, it's just a beautiful morning. We're already on fish number 3, and this is only, I think, only the 3rd spot we've set up on. So it's been an excellent start to the day. I couldn't be more happy with the way it's gone out here so far. I'm planning on spending a little more time out here, so I hope we keep getting on them. Now, of course, I'm sitting in the shade right now, which is contributing to how nice it feels out here. As soon as I get out, sitting on a spot that's got that sun blazing right on me, things are going to turn hot pretty quick, and when it does, I'm probably not going to spend too much time. I'm going to... Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. We may not land this one after all. He found his way into a branch. Shoot. We might have just lost that fish, guys. Oh, boy. I don't feel like going swimming, so... Crap, he just got up next to it, and suddenly... I don't even feel him on there anymore. That's a bummer. We got a good look at him, but I don't know what happened there. Just swam up on it, and suddenly he was just gone. He might have just... There he is. There he come off of it. Man, that was weird. Got up on it and just... It was like the hook had left his mouth and just embedded in the log somehow. Okay, I gotta be a little more careful here. I guess I was letting my guard down a little bit. Thinking about how hot it's gonna get out here later in the day, and what a good start to the day we've had. hoping to spend a little bit more time out here still. So I mean, we've got a good opportunity to get on a few more fish out here today, and the ones we've got on have been very nice quality. I think we can go ahead and get myself spun around here. I think we can start working on getting this guy landed. All right, let's see what we can do here. See if we can get him in the kayak before he runs up against the side of it and severs that line. Okay. Okay. Another one in. All right, guys. Another really nice fish here. Look at that thing. That's a tank of a channel cat. It's kind of fun to reel them up. Got a little bit deeper water here. Kind of fun just to be able to have a little bit of room there to let them run and fight actually in the water instead of just up on the surface. He feels somewhat cool to the touch, which I think is helping us out here a little bit today. For whatever reason, it seems like we get a rain. The fish, it seems to get the fish a little bit more active, gets them feeding. I don't have the science to say that is or isn't true, but that's just kind of what my observation has been and what it seems like to me. The water temp is a little bit cooler. We had a cooler day out here yesterday. We got the cool water that's cooled things down. Got things running and probably stirring up some bait, some stuff for them to feed on. It seems to kind of just turn them on a little bit. So this guy here was getting himself a bite of a cut bait, and we got to get him up for a picture. So a lot of fun. Looking forward to seeing what else we might find out here today. I hope it keeps going like it's been. It's been a pretty sweet bite so far this morning. See you later, buddy. It's out of here. All right. Well, so far we're 0 for 3 for getting our baits back. So we'll get another bait cut. I don't know how long it took for that fish to hit. Didn't take too long. I typically give myself about 5 minutes on each spot. That tail out of here. I don't really like using those tail pieces too much. I usually give it about 5 minutes on each spot, and if there's a fish there that's active and you get it in their face, they're probably going to hit in that amount of time, and if they don't hit in that amount of time, they're probably not going to hit. And it's kind of been what my experience has been, so I give it about 5 minutes. So when you're doing that, you're moving along pretty quick. You're covering a lot of water. You don't really have to spend a whole lot of time on any one spot. So I really haven't had baits in the water for too terrible long out here today. But we already got 3 fish in the kayak, which is a solid day any day out here on the river. It's probably in fact, this probably is the best day I've had so far this year, which is kind of sad, but you never get a whole lot of bites on this particular body of water. But they've been pretty limited this year. And anytime you get a decent flathead bite, it's the biggest flathead I've caught so far this year, besides that one I got on a set line with my nephew. So we'll get another bait dropped here. I'll kind of fix that. I didn't hook that really in a way that I like. There we go. Had to kind of add a weird angle, but I suppose I can show you that. I mean, that's all we're running there is just a piece of cut crappie. This is a little bit deeper section of river, but the method is the same. I'm just dropping that bait, wait until I feel it hit bottom. There my sinker's on bottom. I'm reeling down to the water surface. Lift that thing up and kind of set it so that it's about a foot of line from the surface of the water up to the tip of the rod, and give it just a few minutes. And like I said, about 5 minutes or so, and if a fish doesn't hit in that amount of time, well, reeling up and moving on. All right, we're on again. Oh, now I'm about to lose my paddle. There he goes. There's the run I was waiting for. Get to that point, and that drag kind of sticks, doesn't it? Alrighty, well, see what this is. We're sitting on that same spot. This is fish number 2 to hit on this hole. Seeming like I made a good choice to set up here on this little log and fish the top of this bend. I've sat on that log. We're gonna go sit on that log here after a minute that's back downriver just a few yards. See what's going on down there. I've sat on that before and caught a couple fish, but never done anything too incredible. But this is working out pretty okay. 2 fish on the same spot. I'm both feeling like, anyway, they're going to turn out to be pretty nice fish. Man, it's been a good morning. I can't say it enough. It's been so much better than many of the other trips I've been on out here this year. Man, this fish is pretty strong. Looking forward to getting this one up and seeing what we got. Once again, I'd love for it to be a flathead, but landing that channel cat makes me think it's probably going to be another channel. I don't tend to really catch channels and flatheads off the same hole very often. But you never know. This morning could be the day. Today could be the day, and I would sure love it. Get a second flathead out here. This is the kind of spot you'd catch them on, or at least the kind of spot you'd expect to catch them on. He's staying down, so whatever it is pretty solid. If it is a channel, it's going to be a really impressive channel. Kind of suspect. Nope, it's flathead. That's a nice flathead too. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, the way he was staying down. But that doesn't happen too often, where you get a channel and a flathead off the same hole. That's a rare... Today has been a rare kind of day for me. But we're sitting on a good spot here. I'm sure glad I decided to stop and set up here, because I really thought about just skipping over this spot. This is going to be possibly my best flathead of the year. And if not, I think it's probably going to be the best one of the year. If it's not, it's definitely the best one I caught rod and reel. Got some neat colors on him too. I hope we get him landed. I just have to be careful and try and keep him out of this wood that's under me. Yeah, I don't know. He's going to be pretty comparable. Might be a little bit bigger than that one that I got with my nephew over the weekend. I think he's going to be a little bit bigger. Man, that's awesome. Hope that camera's rolling. That'd be just my luck. I'd get the best fish of the trip, best fish of the year, and don't have my camera rolling. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't bring my scale, so we'll never know for sure whether it's bigger than that one we got over the weekend, but it'll be the biggest one I've caught rod and reel. I can't really take credit for the one that we caught over the weekend. That was my nephew's fish, so this will be the biggest one of the year for me. Oh man, that's a lot of fun. Oh, he doesn't have that hook too well though. It's right in that tooth patch. We're gonna have to keep that line tight if we can. Man, I'd hate to lose this fish. I hope we don't. If we do, I'm glad I got a look at him at least, but I'd sure like to get him landed if we can. Let's see if we can get him over here. Try to get a hand on him. Try to keep that line tight as much as possible. You let that line go loose, and that's when you'll lose him. There we go. Okay. Got a hand on him. If we can just keep our grip, not let go. All right, let's try to lift him in, shall we? I need a little more slack in that line. There we go. All right, now let's go for it. Oh yeah. That's a nice fish, man. That's definitely bigger than the one we got over the weekend, too. And this one will go 20 pounds for sure. I don't have my scale with me out here today, so we're not going to weigh him. That's a good fish. Yeah, buddy. Man, it's been a good morning. I'm so glad I decided to go today. Afraid that hook's just going to fall right out. He might have had that hook a little bit better than what I thought. Didn't penetrate very deep. Yeah, he didn't have that hook too great. But we got him. Got him landed. Let me try and spin myself around so I can get these reeds off of my head that are behind me. try to get myself in position to get a picture with this fish. All right, let's see if we can get a picture. All right, guys, this is a nice fish. I'm excited about this, man. Oh yeah, nice flathead. Look at that thing. He feels like he's about to flop. Don't do it, buddy. Don't do it. Look at that thing, though, man. Probably not even getting the whole thing in the frame. That is a nice fish. Whew. That is awesome. It's been a long time coming getting a quality flathead like that on rod and reel this year. It just hasn't been coming together for me. But that is a seriously nice fish. I'm glad I decided to set up, like I said, on this spot here at the top of this hole. And, oh man, it looks like I got stuff on the lens too. Hopefully you can see this fish, but set up at the top of this hole, and man, it really panned out. Paid off for me, so. That's a nice fish. Look at that thing, man. Oh, let's get him back in the water. Awesome. All right. Try our best to get a release shot on that thing. Let him kind of catch his breath and leave on his own accord. There he goes. Out of here. Man, that is awesome. That's a nice fish. That was a lot of fun. Once again, no bait back. So let's got another one. Let's just drop another one right here on the spot. See if something else can take place. See if something else is going to bite for us. If not, we're just going to float on down, hit this little log that's laying in this hole a little bit farther downstream, and keep going, see what else we can find. Man, it's been an awesome morning out here today. I hope you guys are enjoying as much as I am. Is he on? No, did he come off? I can't tell. He didn't hit it so hard, so I don't know that he got the hook in his mouth. Let me fix my camera here. I can't tell if this fish is on or not. Maybe liable to lose this fish. He didn't hit it hard, so I couldn't tell if he got the hook or not. I think he's got it now, though. We'll see. We'll see if he got it solid enough to stay hooked up. That was a weird bite. Gotta get that camera fixed. Camera's in bad shape there. But this is been a long time. This fish here, this bite's kind of rescuing me. I've been sitting out here for a long time. It started out so well and then just didn't go too great. And after that, you know what? It's really not something to complain about, because man, I had an awesome morning out here today, and I'm sure if I stuck out here for a little while longer, I could catch several more fish. But already this will be twice as many fish as what I typically get on an outing like this, and so, and not much for me to be able to complain about here. But I think what my plan is going to be, try to, number one, get that camera to sit right in the, there we go. I think that camera might be fixed now, but I think what the plan is going to be is, one, try to get this fish landed if we can, and then two, I'm probably going to just work my way back upstream, head back to that spot that we got those two fish on with our big flathead. And I think I'm just going to drop a bait there and sit there for 15, 20 minutes, depending how long I can stand to do that for. And then probably get out of here. Honestly, it's starting to get pretty hot. Got a little bit of cloud cover now, so it's not so bad. But as soon as that sun came up, it started getting hot. That bite just turned off. And I don't really blame the fish. I don't really want to be out and about in the heat either, which is why I'm getting ready to wrap up and get out of here. But first off, we got to get this fish landed. Pretty nice channel cat here again, too. The quality today has been excellent. Let's see if we can get this fish in the kayak before we try to come up with a plan to get out of here. And been a lot of fun this morning. I needed this. I was thinking about going and had some other stuff I always have stuff I need to do, so I was thinking about maybe trying to knock out some of that other stuff I got to get going. I hopefully have an archery hunt coming up in a couple months, and I kind of let the time get away from me. I've been, you know, my preference is to spend every weekend fishing if I can, because I just don't have a whole lot of free time. But in so doing, and kind of prioritizing the fish over other things, I realized I got a hunt coming up in about 2 months, and I haven't done any kind of shooting, and I had intended to replace a string on my bow this year. I've been shooting the same bow for about 10 years, and I've never done anything with a string. I was going to replace the string. It's starting to look a little frayed and worn, and I don't want to have any malfunctions when I'm up in the mountains. So I was kind of thinking I might see if an archery shop was open today to go get that taken care of. Decided against it. I think I'll probably try doing that. You just get water on the lens. It got water on me. I'll probably try taking care of that issue maybe this weekend. I'm filming this on the 4th of July, so who knows when you all are going to be seeing it. It'll probably be a month or two from now, I would imagine. Let's get this fish. Ooh, clamped down on my thumb there. Let's get this fish in if we can. Oh boy, he's wound up. I imagine it'll be, oh my goodness, he is clamping hard on my thumb. Let's try to put some slack in that pole if we can. Oh, got a little bit of slack in the line there now. I was trying to say, you know, I don't really remember actually exactly what I was trying to say, but I'm filming, yeah, I was saying I'm filming this thing on the 4th of July. It's probably, I'm imagining it's going to be quite a while before you guys actually see it, but I need to, so today's a Thursday, so I'm assuming shops were closed today, but I thought about looking and seeing if there might be one open, but I think what I'll try to do is get to one on Saturday. But depending on how long it's going to take, boy, he did have that hook good after all, didn't he? Depending how long it's going to take for him to get a string ordered and get the work done on my bow, I may not make that change before I go on my trip, because I'm going to have to sight the thing back in and kind of retune it, whatnot. So I don't know, not sure what I'm going to do, but I need to make some time, get out and do some of that. Let's get a picture of this fish, should we? All right, let's hold him up. He's actually not a bad fish, man. The quality's, oh, I knew he's gonna do that too. He's ready to get out of here. Quality has been excellent out here today. So okay, let's get rid of this fish. He's ready to get back in the water. I'm ready to get rid of him. Get out of here. Tried to take my thumb with him. Well, like I was saying, quality out here has been excellent today, and we got a little bit of cloud cover now. It's not quite so dang hot. I probably could stick with it, catch a few more, but I think what I'm gonna do is head back to where we got that big flathead. I don't really expect we're gonna get another big flathead off that spot, but who knows? You're kind of on a deep river bend there. Fish could be moving through rather than sitting on like a spot that I think that they're hunkered down, and I got slime all over my arm, hunkered down and kind of just bedded, or what, you know, whatever, they're on the nest or whatever, they're, you know, don't know what I'm trying to say. They're on their spot, you know, their hideout or whatever for the day on that deep river bend. That's a spot where they could be sitting down in that hole, but that's also a spot where fish could be moving up and down and through that are a little more active. So I want to go back, drop a bait, just give it 15-20 minutes if I can stand to sit there for that long, see if anything else is going on. Then I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. But I have had just an absolutely incredible trip out here today. Been a lot of fun. It's been a long time since I had a good trip like this on the river, so it's been a great day. Let's go paddle upstream, get on that hole, sit on that for a minute. I don't know, this fish may have actually given us the bait back, first one of the day to give us the bait back, but that headpiece has been on for quite a while, so we'll go ahead and replace it anyways, and we'll sit on that hole for a minute, just see what's going on, and give it a little bit of time before we get out of here. All right, everyone, it's looking like nothing else is wanting to come out to play. I've been sitting on this spot for about 10 minutes. We'll give it 5-10 minutes more. Man, it got super hot. I'm ready to get out of here, get out of the sun. That sun's up high enough in the sky that you know, early in the day or later in the day, that sun's back behind the tree line. It's really not too bad down here on the water, but with that sun high in the sky, it's blazing down on me and it's really hot. I'm ready to get out of here. So we'll give it just a few more minutes, but it was an awesome trip out here today. It started out incredible. You know, we got that flathead to start off and ended up having 5 solid bites today, and was fortunate to be able to hook and land all of them. I mean, no complaints. Got my biggest flathead of the year out here today. I just had an absolute blast. I hope you guys enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed being out here and doing this trip and filming it for y'all. So we'll be back at it again soon. I got some more trips planned coming up in the near future. Let's see, we're first week of July, so we got three and a half maybe-ish months yet of fishing to do. So we got a lot of fishing ahead of us. I'm hoping we got some bigger flatheads ahead of us too. Hopefully, now that we're getting past the spawn, we'll be able to start getting on a more active bite with all of the fish out here. But especially with the flatheads, I just really haven't been able to get anything going on them so far this year. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully we get on a few more of them later on in the year, man. It's a lot of fun. Again, really enjoyed myself. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and we will see you again soon. Thanks for watching.